Hi everyone, and welcome to my first creative live time for 2022. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. It's great to have you here. It's great to be back. I've had a couple of weeks off, well, 10 days actually, and it is great to be back. I have missed being here. And so I'm bringing to you today some beautiful new products that are releasing tomorrow. So super exciting, lots happening. All right, so while everyone is just jumping on and finding that I've gone live because I've been away for a couple of weeks, I will just bring this up on my iPad so I can see all of your beautiful comments there. So bear with me for one moment. Now I did have it all set up and then I realized, oh my goodness, I forgot to print off my host code for everybody today. So I had to quickly go and find that and then jot that down for you. So, all right, so let me just open this up and there we go. Okay, great. Good, good, good. All right, how is everyone? It's so great to be back. Now, I need to just flip my screen. That's the other thing, because Facebook's changed a few things and I couldn't flip until I had gone live. So let me just do a flippity flip. So we're around the right way. There we go. That's better. And I'll just readjust that camera now. If I got that straight-ish being the operative word. Awesome! Yay! All right. So how is everybody? Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year, Megan. Thank you. You are scrapbooking some Christmas and New Year's photos of your nephew. Oh, nice. That's so lovely. Awesome. Happy New Year, Amanda. Thank you so much. Your Hawks had a huge win this morning, did they, Megan? Oh, that's awesome. Very good. So you're celebrating your trip, which will be in October this year. Oh, awesome. Something to look forward to. It's always great to have something to look forward to, isn't it? So what's everyone been up to? I hope you've all been having a lovely time, a lovely break. We've been having some beautiful weather here. Today is a balmy 32 degrees, I believe, here in Western Sydney. So it's quite warm outside. We've been inside in the air conditioning all day. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so very nice weather. I took a little bit of time off, as most of you would know who have been following me. I had 10 days off, which was nice to just relax and chill. And for the first few days, I did stay out of the craft room. It was very hard to do, but I was like, no, just close yourself off, stay out of the craft room and just relax. So I did, and got to catch up on a bit of telly. Haven't watched any TV for a long time, so watched a bit. Oh, I do occasionally catch some Netflix if I'm crafting late at night and I have something on in the background that I've seen before, so I don't have to concentrate on it, but it's just a bit of company. And but yeah, I watched a few movies, which was great. Caught up on some Netflix and Disney Plus and all those things, so it was good. Yeah. Oh, it's blowing a gale where you are, is it, Megan? Wow, there you go. And Amanda says it's been hot in Perth, 44 over Christmas. Oh my goodness. And today's 34. Oh, a bit more bearable today then. But yeah, 44 on a Christmas day, that's pretty hot. Oh dear. Hey Laurie, all the way from Ohio. Great to have you with us. How are you? How's the weather over there, Laurie? I guess it's pretty cold now. We are heating up. Our summer is heating up now. We're getting some warmer weather here, but you are on the opposite end of the scale, aren't you? Cold winter over there. Megan's waiting for her pre-order. Yay, which includes the sports stamp set and dies. Yes, that would be so down your alley, Megan. I'm sure that you're going to create some beautiful projects with that. That's awesome. Oh no, and Amanda said the power went out over Christmas. Oh no, on such a hot day. That's terrible. Oh, that would have made it very uncomfortable for Christmas Day. Oh dear. Hey Kathleen, how you going? Great to have you here. We had we celebrated Christmas dinner, so in the evening together, and so that was really nice. We just had our family here and our son's girlfriend, and just had a nice evening together, which was good. One of our daughters worked in the morning, so we didn't see her sort of till lunchtime. I put my back out and she had to finish the Christmas dinner, so it was bad timing, but good training for her too though. So she had to baste her first turkey, and I gave her instructions, you know, along the way and things like that. And she had to cut up all the veggies and do all of that. So yeah, my back packed it in part way through. So yes, so I've been taking it pretty easy ever since. It's been a little bit touchy. It's not happy at the moment, so, but it'll settle down again. It usually does. Laurie says, good, got cold today, a few flurries. A few flurries of snow. That's lovely. Although I don't live in it. I don't know if it would be so lovely if I lived in it and had to deal with it all the time, but I do love visiting the snow. Happy New Year to you as well, Laurie. Thank you. Hey, Kat, how are you? Great to see you. Happy New Year. Amanda said, we have to start somewhere. Hope it went well. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so it did. It went really well. We had a lovely dinner, and Christmas dinner was lovely. And then, you know, we did gifts and things like that and spent some time together. And our girls always decorate the pavlova. That's the Christmas tradition. They've done that since they were quite young. And so that was the tradition. So they did that, made the beautiful pav. And yeah, all was good. All was good. And of course, my husband doesn't eat it. And so we had cream caramels for him. Oh, but it's so great to be back with you all. I have to say, like, it's been hard to stay away because I'm so used to doing something in my craft room every day. So it's been a little bit hard to stay away, but I've been quite determined that I would take a break because I needed a break after 12 months of not having one. So yeah, but it's been really good, but I'm glad to be back. So lots is happening. Okay, so let me tell you quickly a few things that are happening before we get started with our crafting. I've got a lovely card to share with you today with some brand new product from our new mini catalogue. But let me just remind you, today, the 3rd of January 2022, are you used to saying that yet? 2022? I'm sure I'm going to get that wrong several times until I get used to it. But today is the last day for the last chance products from the current mini catalogue, which finishes today, which is the Christmas catalogue, or what we used to know as the Christmas catalogue. It's now the July to December catalogue, mini catalogue. So if there were any of those products that you still wanted from that catalogue, and I know that there were a couple of you who were interested in some of the sentiment stamp sets from that catalogue, today is your last day to get those. Some of those products are going to be retiring for good, not returning at all. Some of them will carry over, but if they're a bundle, some of the bundles will carry over, but they won't carry over as a bundle. They'll only carry over as individual products. So if you want to get the 10% discount on the bundle, then jump on that today. Otherwise, you'll be paying a bit more because you won't get that discount on those ones that are carrying over. Now, you can find those by going to my online store, and you will see an advertisement for the last chance product come across the top as a banner. If you click on that, it'll take you to that page and show you all of the last chance products. Otherwise, you can look up in, I think, what's it called? Sales and Specials, and you can click on that. But if you go to my blog, mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and then click on my shop button, then that will take you through to my online store. Okay, there you go. Now, if you are still shopping, if you are shopping with me, then remember to use my host code. And I apologize, I don't have my nice pretty one printed out for you today. I completely forgot about it. See, I'm out of practice. I've been away too long. So I quickly scratched down this for you. That's my January host code there, ERWTCYJW. Did I read that around the right way? Yes. So that's my host code. Excuse my scrappy piece of paper. I realized just as I was about to press that live button, I'm like, oh no, I forgot the host code. So there we go. So that's it. So be sure to use the host code if you are shopping with me, and all orders over $50 receive a thank you gift. Now, as I said, those last chance products are only available today. They'll be gone tomorrow, because tomorrow we have got the launch of our beautiful January to June mini catalogue. How gorgeous is this one with the beautiful windmill on the front? So this one is launching tomorrow, the 4th of January, as well as one of our biggest, well, it is the biggest promotion that we have each year, and now we have it twice a year, is our Sale-A-Bration promotion, and that's starting tomorrow as well on the 4th of January 2022, and it'll run from 4th of January to the 28th of February. And with Sale-A-Bration, whenever you purchase with all purchases over $90 or every increment of $90, you get to choose a free product from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Now, because of the global shipping delay, there are a few products that are unavailable from both of these. So if you're unsure, feel free to get in contact with me and ask me. I got an updated list printed today of the things that are still unavailable. Some are due to come in this week, hopefully, providing all goes well. Some are coming in hopefully next week. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll have everything available, all going to plan. But of course, with the global shipping delay, or the global shipping crisis, I should say, at the moment, who knows? Because every industry all across the world is all experiencing the same things. So, and there's lots of things that go into that. Now, I will show you quickly, when I tip the camera down, I'll show you quickly the products that are available from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So if you do want to jump on any of those new products from the mini catalogue this week, then I'll let you know what's available from this at the moment. And I'll show you those when I tip the camera down. But before we do that, let me just remind you about the Hope Box Paper Pumpkin Kit as well. If you want to add that to your order as well, that one is $37, and they are the beautiful projects that you get to make in the kit, including extra decorations to decorate up the beautiful Hope Box as well. So I put up a bit of information about that a couple of weeks ago. So feel free just to scroll back through or have a look in the online store at that one as well. Now that kit, the Hope Box Paper Pumpkin Kit, you get everything in there that you need to create the 9 projects, except for a clear block for your stamps. So most of us that are seasoned stampers or scrapbookers usually have the clear blocks already. But if you don't, you can find them in my online store under Tools. And usually you'll need a D size block. Okay, I think they are $14 for the block if you don't already have one. Or if you've got some of the kits from the kits collection, they come with a little block. So that block is a D size block as well. It's just not one of the thick ergonomic blocks. It's sort of like about half that thickness, but it's the same size. Then that will be the right size for the stamps, for the Hope Box stamp sets as well. Okay. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. Let me just catch up on a few comments here before I talk about the next thing. Amanda said, that's good. Nothing like being put on the spot. Yes. Yes. I'm not always good at being put on the spot. I don't think quickly on my feet sometimes. Hi, Angie. How you going? Great to have you here. Megan said, got 2 coming this order. I'm going to make one and send one to your best friend in India. Oh, lovely. That's awesome. Is that the Hope Box, Megan, that you're talking about? This one? I'm putting the order in for mine in my next order, which will be probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow when the catalogue goes live. Yeah. Megan says she's got so many spares that you're going to add one to your friend's kit. Oh, the blocks, great. So many spare blocks that you add one to your friend's kit. That's awesome. I do the same thing. From time to time, if I give away kits or I make up little packs for my family or friends or things, I'll add a little block in as well, because I get quite a lot of them stashed as well from all of those beautiful kits too. So they are great to pass on. So that's awesome. Hey Helen, how you going? Great to have you here. Oh yes, Megan said yes, the Hope box. Yeah. Now also too, just with these new, the new catalogue and the Sale-A-Bration, or more so the catalogue, well both of them actually, I can't show you the inside yet, not until tomorrow. So if you regularly watch my lives on Thursday, I'll be able to open up the catalogue and show you the inside, which will be super awesome. But today I still can't show you the inside because it doesn't launch till tomorrow, and then after it launches I'll be all good. But what I wanted to let you know too is I will be holding a paper share from the mini catalogue. So there are 8 new designer series paper packs that are being released with the new mini catalogue. Some of them I showed when I showed some of the new products that came in when I was doing the unboxing a few weeks ago. And I'm going to have 6 of those papers available in a paper share, which I'll post up about probably this evening. If not this evening, then it will be tomorrow, about my paper share. There's 2 I'm not including just because there's a bit of a delay on the shipping of those yet, and we don't have a definite date. So I didn't want to be holding up the paper share with all the other papers in case those ones didn't become available. But there is a possibility I could do a separate small paper share with those down the track. But anyway, I'm going to pop up all the details. There we go. I'll pop up all the details onto my business page. And if you would like to participate in that paper share, then you can get in contact with me and I can add you into the share. It's a great way of getting a whole stack of those beautiful papers, and then you can decide from there which ones you like the best too. And if you want to order extra, you can order extra. But you will get a total of 72 pieces of designer series paper in that paper share. Now the 12 by 12 pieces, I'm going to be cutting them down to 6 by 6. So you'll get 2 pieces of each of the 6 by 6 papers from the 12 by 12 packs. And then there's another pack, which is 4 by 6 designer series paper pack, which you might have seen me show a couple of weeks ago as well. That one is the, I forget the name, Abstract Beauty Specialty Designer Series paper. That one's 4 by 6. So you'll get 1 full piece of each one of those designs from that paper pack. So yeah, a total of 72 pieces. The share itself costs $37. If you're local and you'd like to pick up from my porch, it'll be contactless pickup. Then you can pick that up from my porch. Otherwise, you can pay postage and have that sent directly to you from myself. But the information will all be popped up, as I said, for you. So if you would like to, join in on that, then I'll give you all that information. Okay. Oh, Megan said might have to get some of that paper share, Mandy. Fantastic, Megan. Awesome. It's a great way to do it because then you're not outlaying for a whole pack of papers if you think you might not use them or you might not like all of the papers. It gives you a bit of a sampling of each of those packs. And then it's basically a quarter pack. It is. It's a quarter share of each one of those paper packs. So that's how much you get in the papers, Megan. So yeah, just not including the, which were the 2? The Flowering Fields and the New Horizons, because they're not available just yet. So yeah. And you love the Abstract Beauty Suite next on your list. Yes, it's a beautiful one, isn't it? I haven't had a play with that one yet, but I'm planning to do that in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. You love the DSP, but there's more. But they're more I probably won't use. Oh yeah, probably 2. Yeah, so if you're buying the full packs and you want all of the papers, that's a lot of paper, and sometimes we don't use them all up. So a paper share is a good way of doing it too, because you get a smaller amount of all of those papers. So yeah, so that's the way to go, Megan. Awesome. So look out for that in the next couple of days. Oh, Helen says paper share would be great, but you live in New Zealand. Can't wait to see all the new papers. Helen, if you would like to know, if you don't have a demonstrator that you are already working with, and I can't remember, Helen, if you are a demonstrator already or not, but I do know of other demonstrators in New Zealand who are running paper shares. If you would like to get in on those, let me know and I can give you their details. just send me a message, send me a private message, and I can give you the details if you would like to get in on a paper share in New Zealand, because I know some that are doing them over there. Yep, such a good one for your goddaughter Megan. Yeah, awesome. All right, well, today we are going to be playing with the very beautiful Grassy Grove bundle. Sorry, I went blank then. See, been away too long. This stamp set is absolutely gorgeous, and it has beautiful dies that go with it as well. And there's different ways that you can use this. So let me show you what we're going to be making. And I've got another card as well to show you a different way of using the dies as well. So, oh, okay. So you're not a demonstrator, but your demonstrator doesn't do paper shares. Okay. All right, cool. Send me a private message, Helen, and I can certainly let you know of somebody who does do paper shares if you're interested in that. No worries. It's a shame that your demonstrator doesn't do that. Perhaps you could ask her if she would consider that. Maybe she doesn't realize that it's a need out there or that people want it. So yeah, you only need, if you do a paper share, you only need 4 people to participate in a paper share if you cut the packs into quarters. Yeah, so anyway, have a chat with me, and we can see what we can do there. Unfortunately, I can't sell to you though, because I'm in Australia and we're not allowed to sell across market. So which is a shame, because otherwise I'd love to give you part of my paper share, but sadly I'm not allowed to. So sorry about that, Helen. Oh, Kathleen says she loves this bundle. Awesome. Megan says this is a bundle that she's not sure if she'd use. Okay, so maybe after you see how I use it today, it might give you another idea, or some more ideas, I should say. Kathleen said she cannot wait to get hers tomorrow. Awesome. That's so exciting. Hey, Julie, how you going? Great to have you with us. Alrighty. So what I will do is I will get the camera ready for you all. We'll tip it down onto the desktop, and how about we get started? Oh, and I need to show you those Sale-A-Bration items as well, so that you know which ones are going to be available. So what I'll do is I'll cover up the camera. Oh, where's my washi? There's my washi. Got it. I'll cover up the camera and I'll tip it down onto the desktop for you, and then we can get started. So bear with me for one moment while I just get this set up for you. And there we go. Alrighty, here we go. So this might be a little bit squeaky and clunky for a moment till I get it all set up. Tighten up those clamps. There we go. And I'll just adjust my lights for you. So let's just see. I use my boards here on my desk to see if I got that straight. Oh, not straight at all. Look how crooked that is today. Oh my goodness, what's happening? See, I'm out of practice, everyone. I've only been away a week and a half, 10 days. And look what happens. Don't know what I'm doing anymore. My goodness. Did I get that straighter? No, that's still really crooked, isn't it? What if we go that way? Is that better? Did I just make that worse? Oh my goodness, what is happening? From up here, it actually looks straight. Oh, it is straight now. Okay, I did tweak it in the right direction. Just had a little bit of a lag there. Okay, so let me bring this down for you. My online store, and I'm just waiting for the camera to, the iPad to catch up because it's a little bit slow. And there's my January host code, which is a little bit, now that's looking a bit blurry to me. Oh, there we go. It's focused now. It's taking a little while to focus today for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. It's a bit strange. All right, so our beautiful, beautiful catalogue and our Sale-A-Bration, both starting tomorrow, the 4th of January. And just remember with Sale-A-Bration that for every $90 you spend, you can choose a free item. So let me show you some of those products that you can choose. Now, as I said, I can't show you the inside of the catalogue yet, but I can show you the products. So one of the products that is available for free with a $90 purchase. Now remember, you get to choose these for free, and you can choose the items that you want from the brochure, but as I said, some of them are unavailable at the moment because of the global shipping delay, but they are coming. So this is the Simply Marvelous, not marvelous, marvelous designer series paper, and this one has 48 sheets, and these are absolutely beautiful. So I'll just show you. This sort of looks like satin, or you could use it to look like water with the blue color there, but it sort of looks like beautiful satin look. To me, it looks like satin sheets. That's what I think it looks like. So there's the beautiful paper. That's one side. And then on the other side, and there's so much paper in this paper pack. On the other side, you've got this marble look, which is why it's called Marvelous. So you've got that marble design on the other side, which is also beautiful. And I haven't fanned these out very well, have I? There we go. So there we go. All right. So that's one of the free items that you can choose. The Simply Marvelous 6x6 designer series paper. 48 sheets. So that's beautiful. And even if you want to put in an order with a friend and choose this and split it with a friend, if you don't want that much paper, you can split it and do half a pack each, perhaps. Then we've got the very cute Awesome Otters, and you might have seen just before I went on break at the end of December, I made a really cute card using this one, the Awesome Otters, which I don't have out at the moment, and I can't reach it because it's in the box, and the box is on the floor, and I can't bend over right now. So but go back and check that out. It was also on my blog as well. Really, really cute Awesome Otters stamp set. That one's available. Now, there are two items that are available currently when you spend $90. Now, if you put in an order of $180, there's two different ones that you can choose from at the moment. There is the Friendly Hello stamp set, which comes with the Friendly Hello 12x12 designer series paper. This one is beautiful. I've been seeing so many beautiful projects with this one lately, especially in the last week, and I nearly was going to use this one today, and then I chose to go with the Grassy Grove instead. But this one is gorgeous, beautiful stamp set and coordinating papers. And again, I showed these a couple of weeks ago, but I'll give you another quick little squizzy of this one. So we've got all these beautiful papers, and again, remember, this is free with a $180 order. You get the paper and the stamp set together, and also too, just remember as well that if you are putting in an order that's over $180, please consider joining my team instead. It's only $169 to purchase the starter kit, and you can put any of the products from the mini catalogue, the annual catalogue, any of the kits into your starter kit, and you can choose up to $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169. And then from there you get 20% discount on all your purchases, all your Stampin' Up! Products, plus all the other benefits of being a demonstrator, and become part of my awesome Papercraft Gems community. And you get free shipping on that starter kit, but also too, during Sale-A-Bration, when you join, you get to choose 2 free stamp sets. So it can be any stamp set from the annual catalogue or the mini catalogue, or anything else that's in the online store, any other stamp set that's in the online store, absolutely free. So you can choose the most expensive ones if you want to. So the only ones you can't choose are host stamp sets or Sale-A-Bration items. But once you've joined Stampin' Up, then you can put in another order anyway and get your Sale-A-Bration items that you wanted as well. Plus you get the discount on the order. So yeah. Now the other one that you can choose is this one here, which is the Special Moments stamp set, and this is a Sale-A-Bration item for purchases over $180. So you can choose this one, or you can choose the stamp set and paper that I just showed you. So there's the two there to choose from for over $180. Okay, so there you go. So that's the Sale-A-Bration items that are available at the moment. As I said, the other ones are coming. Some are due in this week, some are due in next week. So hopefully, providing everything goes well with the shipping and there's no further delays, that's when they are expected to be in. But if you would like to check if any particular products are in stock before you place your order, feel free to get in contact with me and I can check for you what's available. All right, so today we are playing with the Grassy Grove, and these are the Grove dies. I'll pull these out to show you. I haven't put these yet onto magnetic sheets, as you can see. But there are some really beautiful things that you can do with this bundle. So this one together, let me just tell you, is, all right, so for the stamp set is $42 here in Australia. The dies on their own are $68 here in Australia. Combine the two and get them as a bundle and save 10%. And you will pay $99. So if you buy this bundle, then you will qualify for a Sale-A-Bration item. Now, not only that, remember that all orders with me over $50 receive a thank you gift. Plus, if you order this bundle by next Sunday, so before I go live again next Monday, so between now and next Monday, if you order this bundle from me, I will also give you, I'll also send you a free kit to make the card that we're making today, which is this beautiful one here. Isn't that gorgeous? Now this one, I have to admit, was designed by my daughter, Amber. She's been having a play with some of my new products while I've been on a break, so I haven't been doing any creating at all in the last 10 days. So Amber has designed this for us today, and this is the one we're going to be making. So if you love this, then this is the bundle for you. And so, as I said, if you purchase this bundle from me in the next, between now and Sunday evening, Sunday night, I will send you the kit to make this card as well as your free gift. You'll get your Sale-A-Bration items as well, starting from tomorrow, the 4th of January. So there you go. So that's the one we're going to be making. All right, so I love in this stamp set the beautiful sentiments and the fonts. The fonts are gorgeous. You've got a combination of cursive and bold fonts there. So we've got sometimes you need to know that someone really cares. I love that. Isn't that a beautiful sentiment? That someone is me. And then we've got thank you and see the good. They are really beautiful sentiments for these day and times, aren't they? So this is gorgeous. Now these images are just shown at 90% here on the case just to fit them all in. So the actual stamped images are a little bit larger than what you see on the stamp case. Amber also has created a couple of other cards, one of which I can't show you yet because it's for a very special someone, and that it hasn't been sent yet to that very special someone. But after that gets sent, I will show you it. It is the most beautiful, beautiful card. You will love it. But she also made this one as well, which is another beautiful card using the dies. So just focusing on the dies here. So she's just used the thank you sentiment from the stamp set, and the rest she's created the dies, used the dies. So she's used this one here, which creates like this border. Then she's die cut around that with the stitched rectangle dies. And then she's die cut the little deer, the mummy and the baby deer. Isn't that beautiful? And the paper that she used as well, I got her to write that down for me. I knew I'd forget the name of it, is the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper that she used in the background. Isn't that gorgeous? There you go, Amber. Deborah loves that. Megan loves it too. Fantastic. Great. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back now to check up on comments I've been missing. Oh, Megan loved the paper that I shared. The yeah, from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Great. Oh, Kathleen's already got it and she's been using it in her scrapbooking. Awesome. Great to hear that. Laurie loves the paper as well. Megan says she's made some 12s baseball caps with the blue marbled paper and the hat builder dies. Oh, that's an awesome idea to use that marvelous paper, Megan, for the baseball caps. That's awesome. Cool. Megan loves the otters as well. So many cute designs for your nephew. Yes, I made one specially with him in mind, Megan, because you'd asked me about doing cards for 2-year-olds, I think it was. Was that your nephew, 2-year-old, or was that your godson? I can't remember now. But yes, I made a special card with little ones in mind after you made that request from me last time. So just at the end of December. If you missed it, Megan, go back and check that one too after today's video. So there you go. So there's a couple of ideas. So this is the one we're going to be making today, as I said, using predominantly the stamp sets and some of the dies to die cut the images here. And this one is using those background dies. Sorry, you can't see them both. Let me go this way. There we go. So there's 2 different ideas for you using this one. And then when the 3rd card is sent to the recipient, then we'll share that one with you as well. And it's beautiful. Alrighty. So how about we get started? Pop this one away for now. And we'll get started on creating this one today. Okay, so I've got a little kit here with all my bits and pieces. So I'll let you know all the products that you need for this one. Oh, your nephew and your godson. My nephew as my godson is 14. Oh, it's your nephew who's a 2-year-old. Okay, yes. Your godson is 14. Oh, got it, Megan. Yep, yep. All right, so these are all the pieces that you need. So I'll give you all the measurements as well. As I said, if you purchase this bundle from me between now and next Sunday night, I will send you a kit to create this card. I'll send all of this pre-cut for you, ready to go, ready to stamp and die cut. You'll do the stamping and the die cutting. But I'll give you all the measurements for those of you who may already have your own demonstrator. All right, so we're starting off with a base of Pear Pizzazz, and this one measures 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters, and you're going to score that and fold that in half at 10.5 centimeters. All right, we've then got a layer of soft suede, which is 13.85 by 9.5 centimeters. And then our card front that we're going to stamp onto is Very Vanilla. And this is 13.45 centimeters by 9.1 centimeters. And then normally I would stamp all of my images on a piece of Very Vanilla, which is, now which way is it? It's this way, 9.9 by 10.5. So a bit smaller than a square, but you can cut it into a square if you want, 10.5 by 10.5. Today I'm actually going to use some scraps, and I'll explain to you why in a moment rather than using this piece, but you will fit all your stamped images on there that you need to die cut. Then we've got a piece of linen trim, which is 50 centimeters, and we've got 3 of the small champagne rhinestones. Okay, so they're all of your components. Now for inks, you're going to need, if you want to create your card the same as Amber's card, we've got soft suede, old olive, Pear Pizzazz, and Sahara sand. Okay, so they're the 4 colors that we're using. Whoops. And of course, you'll need the stamp set and the die bundle, which is the, let me get the name right, the Grassy Grove Bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. Okay. Alrighty, so I'll pop the card over to the side so that we can get started. Remember, if you are purchasing with me, to use my host code, which is sliding all over the desk today. It's driving me crazy. Hang on, let me get a bit of blue tack and I'll stick it down. Because I forgot to print my nice little, my nice little one like this that I normally print. I forgot to print it today. I'm out of practice. It's okay. We'll get back into sync. All right, there we go. I'll stick that up there. So you've got that there. Okay. Oh, Julie said she's also seen the marvelous paper used to make ice cream using the ice cream punch. Oh, wow. That's an awesome idea. I haven't seen that one, Julie. That would look great. Yeah. Megan says she wouldn't expect anything but stunning cards from Amber. She's awesome. She sure is, Megan. Thank you for saying that. She does make beautiful creations. She surely does. All right, now I'm going to start with the stamping. So we'll set that aside. I'll start with the base first, and then I'll explain why I'm not using this piece today. I'm going to use scraps instead, but we'll start with the base first. Okay, so we need, for this one, we need the we need the soft suede, and hang on a minute, the sentiment is soft suede. That's right, the sentiment's in soft suede. Okay, got it. I'm looking at Amber's instructions here that she's given me. Okay, so the sentiment, I'll show you the stamps that we're going to be using. We're actually using all of the stamps. We're using all of the imagery stamps, and then for the sentiment, we're using this one here. Sometimes you need to know that someone really cares. We're basically using all the other stamps in the stamp set. So they're already all mounted up on blocks, ready to go. So I'm going to start with stamping the sentiment first. And we're going to be using soft suede. Okay, get myself organized here. Amber's got everything within reach for me today so that I don't need to move too far because of my back. I have to be careful how I move today. So, all right, so we'll ink up our sentiment with our soft suede ink, and we're just going to stamp that up in the top right-hand corner. Now, if you happen to, I don't have my grid paper to line this up, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get this straight. If you happen to, oh, that's good. If you happen to not stamp it well, remember that you can always flip over and stamp on the other side. So always good to start with your sentiment. However, this sentiment will also fit into the tailored tag punch. It just fits. So if you happen to do a dodgy stamping, you can always stamp it again on a scrap piece and just punch it out and then stick it over the top, and nobody would be any the wiser. That was my backup plan. But I stamped it okay, so it's all good. All right, so we've got that one. Now I will clean all my stamps in a moment. The next thing we need to stamp is the mound, which is this one here. So it's this sort of ground sort of mound, or it's not really mountain. It's not big enough for mountain. It's sort of like a hilly slope area, and there are some trees there too. We're going to stamp that in our Sahara sand, and we're going to be stamping that down. I didn't get any grid paper out actually. Hang on, I'll grab a piece of grid paper to put down, because I might stamp this a little bit off the edge and I don't want to get ink onto my desktop. There we go. I love these little small grid papers. They're so handy. All right, we'll pop that down. There we go. Okay, now this stamp is a really long stamp. So I've got this one on an I block because it's a really, really long one. It won't fit on your standard D block. You will need a longer block for this one. Or if you have a Stamparatus, you can use your Stamparatus. Now, because it's longer than my ink pad, I'm going to take my ink pad to the stamp and ink it up this way. So just tap, tap, tap. I'm not pushing that ink down into the stamp. I just want to tap it along the surface. And then we're going to stamp the mound down here, up a bit from the bottom actually. and over to the side. So I'm stamping it off the edge just slightly and up a little bit from the bottom there. So give that a nice firm press. There we go, beautiful, look at that, awesome, good. Okay, and next is the trees. Okay, so we'll close that one up. So we're going to use some old olive. So we've got our old olive classic stamping pad, and we're going to be stamping the group of 3 trees. So there's the 2 different types of trees. You've got the tall sort of pine looking trees, and then you've got the shorter rounder looking trees. So these are the ones we're going to stamp in the background. So we'll just ink them up, and we're going to stamp them around about here. There we go, beautiful. Okay, right, so that's our background. Oh, actually also too, there were some little, there's a little bit of the grassy area stamped at the bottom here. Amber wasn't overly happy with that part there, but I actually like it. So she said to me, you don't have to include that bit, but I actually like it. So I think I'm still going to include that. So I will bring back out the old olive, and I'll get that stamp, which is this one here, and we'll stamp a little bit of that at the bottom here, just off the edge and over to the side a bit, like so, just like that, just as a little bit of a fill in there. Okay, all right, now that's our base done. Now we're going to stamp the extra pieces that are going to be mounted up on the background. Okay, so we've got our background done, and at the moment you might think, hang on, that looks a bit weird because this is sort of floating and it's not grounded, but we are going to be grounding it when we add our other bits and pieces onto the top. Okay, all right, so as I said, I would normally use this piece here, which is almost square, 10.5 by whatever it was, 9 point something, and I would stamp the images like this so that I can then fit the dies around each of those. So you can fit the dies around each of those and run that through your large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine all at one time. However, today I can't lift my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So instead of doing it that way, I'm actually going to be doing it onto scrap pieces of paper. Now this is a little bit wide to fit through my mini machine. I won't fit all of those dies on there at once, so I'm just going to do them individually today, but I wanted to show you that you could do it on that size paper or that size cardstock. But I'm just going to do them individually today so that I can just use my mini machine. Okay, so I've got the 3 pieces there. Now I'm going to clean off, actually just ink that off a little bit there. I'm going to clean this one because I need to reuse that one in a different color. Let's give that a clean on my Simply Chamois. If you don't have a Simply Chamois, they are the best cleaning tool. So quick and easy. They clean your stamps up beautifully, and all you do is just rinse it under water and until it runs clear, and it's super easy. So if you don't have one, add that to your next order. They don't cost very much, and if you don't have a case to keep it in, like I'd use one of our clear stamp cases, but if you don't have one of those, you can just keep it in a Ziploc bag or in a Tupperware container or whatever you've got at home. So yeah, okay, so we're using that one and the tall trees and the deer. That's what I need next, and then we'll clean all of the stamps up again at the end. Okay, so let's see, which one have we got? They look about the same size. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the that grassy stamp again, but this time I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to do the trees in Pear Pizzazz as well. Okay, so we'll ink those up, stamp that down, there we go. Okay, so there's that one. And we'll do the, I think the deer will fit. Is the deer going to fit on that one? Yep. And the tree, or the trees fit on that one because that's narrower. Oh, the trees will fit on that one actually. I'll put the trees on this one. Got to make sure that our die fits around. There we go. All right, and then with the deer, we're going to stamp the deer in, oh, it's got ink on my finger, in soft suede. And we'll pop the deer onto this one here. So soft suede, ink up the little deer. Oh dear, there we go. How cute is it? So cute. Alrighty. Right, we'll just give that ink a moment to dry before I run it through the dies, and we'll give these stamps a quick clean. As I always say, it's always a good idea to clean your stamps straight away. Keep them in good condition, and so that it eliminates or minimizes any staining. The rubber stamps, our red rubber cling stamps, they don't stain up as easily as the photopolymer. The photopolymer stains up quite quickly and easily, but it doesn't affect how the stamp works. As long as you clean that surface ink off, it'll still work fine. But if you clean them straight away and not let the ink sit on them, then it's much better. It's got a bit of excess ink. Let's tap some of that off, give them a clean. There we go. Do you all clean your stamps as you go? I hope so. Hope you do. Look after them. There you go. Squeaky clean. All good. Done. Okay, now have I missed any comments? Let me just check back before I bring in the die cutting machine. Oh, thinking of 12's pennants with the sports pennant dies. That's a great idea, Megan. Yeah, awesome. Oh, Julie said that she saw the ice creams done with the marvelous paper on the Demonstrator Planning Place Facebook page. Oh, awesome. So the Demonstrator Planning Place Facebook page is one for demonstrators. So it's one of the perks that we get as being demonstrators is we get access to demonstrator only groups and pages and website and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, oh, thanks for that, Julie. I'll have to look out for that one. Megan says there's always two sides to every piece of cardstock. Yes, that's right. First thing you ever learnt when you started card making. Yeah, it's a very good lesson to learn because we all do it. Megan says she still uses her old Stampin' scrub and the spray. Yes, that's also another good cleaning tool as well, Megan. I agree. I use mine as well. From time to time when my stamps need some really heavy cleaning, I use that as well. So I'm just going to use a little bit of washi tape. You can use painter's tape or something like that, just to hold your dies in place over your stamped image so that they stay put. And then I'll just turn that one around. I'll see if I can fit deer on there. Oh no, that one's bigger. Can I fit this one on there? Yeah, that might fit. Whoops. I'll just put my dies around my trees first, and then I'll pop them on the same plate just to save a little bit of time. We'll run them through together. There we go. I actually just picked up my Mini, and because I haven't used it probably a couple of weeks, a week and a half, I just looked at it and went and thought, oh my goodness, it's dusty. So now you're probably all looking at it going, where's the dust? If you look closely enough, you might see it. Needs a bit of a wipe over. It's been a bit neglected over the last couple of weeks. All right, here we go. So we'll pop those two on there together, and we will take this through. Now, the thing I love about the Mini is that the Stampin' Cut, the Mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is that it is so small and lightweight and great to have on your desk. Easy to pick up as well. The big one is great for bigger things, but it is quite heavy. So there we go. We've got our two beautiful images. Oh, there's my other die. I was thinking, where'd my other die go? But yes, they're both good. They both have their purpose, but this one is especially good for me right at the moment because my big one is a bit too heavy for me to lift right now. There we go. Okay, good. And let's do our deer. I'll put the dies around there. Now this stamp set too, although we're using it in January, because you've got the deer in this stamp set, this would be a great one to keep for next Christmas as well, to use for your Christmas cards, if you like putting deer on your Christmas cards, as a lot of people do. This would be a really, these would make really nice Christmas cards for next year. Or, you know what, you can start your Christmas cards early this year. I always say every year I'm going to start my Christmas cards early, so I'm not scrambling at the last minute. But does it ever happen? Of course not. I'm always still scrambling at the last minute to get all my cards sent out, as I was again this Christmas, just gone. Still scrambling at the last, I was still scrambling at the last minute to get them out. I did get them all out in the end though, which was good. But I think some people might have got theirs a little bit late. So, all right, there we go. So that's all our die cutting done. So there's our pieces. Let's just pop our dies back on our die sheet so we don't lose them. Don't want to lose any of those beautiful dies. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. Now, so there's all of our pieces. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we are going to layer up all of these pieces now. So I'm going to wrap some twine, or the linen thread I should say, around this piece first before I adhere that to my soft suede piece. And we're going to tie a bow over at the left hand side. So what you can do, if you know, it doesn't matter if you don't get your bow in the right spot the first time because you can move it. So you just need to make sure that you've got enough twine to wrap around. And I've just wrapped that around a single time. Oops, hang on, here we go. Okay, there we go. Just going to tie a simple bow. She says a simple bow as she tries to tie a bow live on Facebook. So let's see how that goes. There you go. See, look, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. It's always so much easier to do this when you have another person in the room who can put their finger on the knot to hold it in place. Here we go. Let's try again. Third time lucky. Okay. And did we get it? Did we get it? Hang on a sec. I might have got it. Let's see. I'll see if it's, there's too much slack in that. It's as loose as can be. All right, fourth time. Let's try the fourth time lucky. I'll pull it a bit tighter this time to begin with. Maybe I didn't have my bows, my loops big enough to grab onto. What some people do is they actually will put a glue dot underneath that knot to hold it in place. I just didn't want to do that too early though, in case I didn't get it in the right spot and I need to move it. But it is a great tip. If you know exactly where you want your knot to be, you can do that. There we go. All right, so it's still a little bit loose, but that's okay. We can put some tape on the back of that to hold it in place. So then what you can do, if you don't have it in exactly the right spot where you wanted it, what you can do is you can bow your card, so you can curl it up a little bit, and then you can, that'll slacken off your twine or your ribbon. You can do this with ribbon as well, and then you can slide it across to where you want to have it. But I think that's kind of in a good spot there. Might move it up a little bit to about there. There we go. And then we can trim the ends as needed because they're going to be uneven and not straight. I mean, not even is what I meant to say. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead of myself. There we go. So we can trim those up. get our snips. Trim them up a little bit. Okay, and then we can adhere this down to our, what is it called? Soft suede, that's the one. See, look, I've forgotten so much already, everybody, and I've only been gone 10 days. All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of tear and tape today. I'm going to run that along all 4 sides. So tear and tape is a great adhesive. It's nice and strong. You can tear it or you can cut it. I'm usually a tape cutter, but I am actually tearing it today because I'm trying to be a bit quicker. But yeah, as the name suggests, it does tear quite easily. There we go. All right. Okay, so then we're just going to adhere that flat down onto, let's just make sure I got that twine in the right spot. Yep. We're going to adhere that down onto our soft suede. Now, when I'm using tear and tape, because it is such a strong adhesive, the way I do it, and this is just my little system, is I like to just remove the top piece first, line it up, and then I release the rest once I get that lined up and in the right spot. There we go. So I attach that bit there, and then you can start taking off the other pieces. That way you get it nice and straight. So I'll do that side. There we go. And then we'll do the other side. And the bottom one. Do those two together. There we go. Good. Okay, and now we're going to pop this one up onto dimensionals onto this piece, and then we can add our other, well actually, you know what, I think we'll add, before I do that, I'll add these pieces on first so that we've got a nice flat surface, otherwise it's going to be up on dimensionals and will be all wobbly. So we'll bring in our dimensionals to pop all of these pieces up. So we're going to pop up our trees first, so I'll turn them over and put some dimensionals on the back. Now you can use mini Stampin' dimensionals, or you can use the full-size ones. If you have smaller sections that you want to add them in, you can always cut down your larger dimensionals if you don't have the minis. I usually use a combination of both. We don't really need too many on this one anyway. Just use 3. And I'm going to pop these trees over here. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to pop our, our grassy reeds down along the bottom. Just double checking if Amber had used a single layer or a double layer, but it's all single layer. Just checking to make sure I do it correctly. Now this is going to be adhered over, or actually this is going to be adhered over the twine, so I wasn't careful with where I put those dimensionals. I think I've put them in the wrong spot because I need to straddle that twine. Yep, that's going to be in the wrong spot. I'll have to take those ones back off, and I might use some minis, top and bottom, so that I can just straddle that linen trim there. Didn't think about that when I added that. I added those ones on there, did I? Wasn't thinking ahead this time. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that step again. And bring in our little minis. And again, if you don't have minis, you can just use the normal dimensionals and just cut them in half. I'll add a row along the bottom and then a row along the top, and that way we can thread that twine sort of in between them, hopefully that'll sit in between. There we go. All right, now sorry, I'm not looking at comments at the minute. I'll check them again in a moment, but if Don't feel that I'm ignoring you. I'm just concentrating. I've got to concentrate for a minute. All right, so then we can just put this one down here and hopefully that will go. Yay, good. I put those dimensionals in the right spot this time. Alrighty, and then we've got our little deer. So let's, I might use some minis on this one because I'll get some down here near the legs and up there in the head area. And then we'll do the body. There we go. All right, so let's see comments. Oh, Megan says she's never ties bows. They can be a bit challenging, Megan. I understand. Oh, Megan says, reminds me of being mentally scarred for life after watching Bambi as a small child. Oh. Do you know what? I don't even really remember too much about the movie of Bambi. I haven't seen it for so many years. There we go. We'll tuck our little deer in there. Good. And then let's flip that over and we'll pop that up onto dimensionals. We'll put on large ones. And pop all these down. So we want to make sure that we put down lots of dimensionals to make sure that we don't have any saggy bits. We don't want any saggy bits. There we go. And we'll just, so if you haven't seen this tool that I'm using, this is the Take Your Pick tool, and it's a multi-purpose tool. There's different attachments for it that connect in, and I love it. I use it all the time. It's one of my most used tools. All right, so we've got our card going landscape, so opening in like a tent fold. And we're just going to line this up with a nice border around the edge. There we go. Beautiful. And now we just need to add our bling. There we go. So we'll pop a couple down here. Oopsie. Slippery little things. I like picking them up with my Take Your Pick tool. There's also a spatula attachment on the other end of this one too, which you just twist this, pull it out, turn that around, pop it back in, and there's little lugs there that slide in along little grooves on this part. And you just pop them in, twist it back on, and it's locked. It shows you on the side here the lock and the unlock, in case you've never seen that before on a Take Your Pick tool. And then you've got a spatula. So you can use the spatula also to pick up your embellishments, and you can also use the spatula. I find it easier with the pokey pokey tool, I like to call it, or the paper piercing tool. But you can also use this to separate your layers. So if I had accidentally stuck those two layers down crooked, I could use that to put in between the two layers and gently wiggle it to release that adhesive to separate those pieces. You just can't do it with the liquid glue, the Tombow liquid glue, multi-purpose liquid glue, because that adheres too tightly. But with the other adhesives, you pretty much can do that, but you have to be careful with it. Don't be too rough, because I have actually broken my tool a few times. Well, not a few times, I've done it twice. Being a bit too rough, not being gentle enough when I did that. So, and the other end of your Take Your Pick tool, you've got a putty piece there as well, which you can use to pick up small embellishments, great for sequins. And then that screws out, and we have another attachment that goes into that one, which is for your die brush, for your intricate dies, to release all of those little bits of paper out of your dies. And then there's a stylus tool as well that attaches into this end, which is a separate attachment which comes with the tool. And then you've got a cap as well. So there we go, we are done. Look at that. I think my twine is still a little bit too long. What do you think? I think the ends are a little bit long. I think I need to trim them up just a tad. Whoops. Oh, that's right. These are my scissors that are going blunt that I need to replace with my other ones. There we go. There we go. So there is Amber's beautiful card. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. So that is using the Grassy Grove Bundle from the new Mini Catalogue. So this is it here, the Grassy Grove. Look out for that one. I'll give you the code as well. If you would like to put this one on your wish list, what I'll do is I'll give you the code for the bundle so that you can get the stamps and the dies together. And the code is 157845. 157845, and you'll get your you get 10% discount if you buy the bundle. And that is $99 for the bundle. And then, as I said, you'll earn a free Sale-A-Bration item if you purchase that during Sale-A-Bration, which is 4th of January to the 28th of February. You'll then get to choose a free item as well from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. And if you purchase that bundle from me in the next 6 days, then I will also give you, I'll also send you a thank you gift and a kit to make this card. Okay? So there you go. So remember to go to my online store at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. Remember to use my host code ERWTCYJW, and I'll be able to send you all of those goodies as well. And then you'll have that beautiful stamp set and dies to make beautiful, beautiful projects. So there you go. So thank you so much, Amber, for this beautiful card for us to make today. It's absolutely gorgeous, very beautiful. And I can't wait to show you the third one once that one gets sent off. It's really gorgeous. You'll all love it. Oh, there you go. Amber's put up the code for you with the Grassy Grove details there. Thank you, Amber. Awesome. Megan says she has no idea how she ever crafted without her Take Your Pick tool. I agree, Megan, too. I use it on every single project that I create. I use this one. It's a fantastic tool. So it's definitely a good one to have in your toolkit. Yeah. All right. Oh, Helen says she loves the stamps and dies. This card is awesome. Ah, great. I'm glad that you like it, Helen. It's a beautiful stamp set, isn't it? So gorgeous. So much you can do with this one. So I look forward to doing some more creating with that one. And those dies are just amazing. Let me show you the blue card again that Amber made with the other dies from the die set, creating that beautiful background. Isn't that gorgeous? And it also looks really great as a dark silhouette. So this is sort of like a snowy scene, this one, but it looks fantastic as a dark silhouette as well. It's really beautiful. You could do a bit of inking in the background or use some of the beautiful new papers that are coming out in the background. Just absolutely gorgeous. There's also too in the dies, in the die set, I'll just show you, there is also, I don't even know how I had that one on the die sheet now. I'll have to work that out later. I don't know how I fit them all in there. There is also some additional dies. So there's some leaves here, and you've got the additional deer, which are on this card here. So the cutouts there. Plus you've got the outline deer, which cuts out this stamped image, and this one as well. And then this one, I'm not sure. I think that one cuts out. That one cuts out the Grassy Grove part. Yeah, so you can stamp the. So this one here. I think that's that one. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that's what I haven't used this one yet, this particular die, but I'm pretty sure that that one matches with, wait, it will be that way, wouldn't it? Yes, that's it. Yeah. So if you stamped that image along on a card, like along the bottom of the card, then you can put that die over the top of it and actually cut that out. So it doesn't cut out the bottom portion. So you probably have that like stamped along the bottom of your card, and then pop that die over the top of the edge to cut around the top part of that image. So that would be beautiful. Yeah, I'll have to have a play with that one. Haven't played. Oh, bang, sorry. Putting down my dies a little bit too heavily. So there you go. So I hope that you enjoyed that one. Just some of our beautiful new products. Now, since I saw you last, actually, I'll tip the camera up because I was going to tell you something else before I go. So let me just do that now, and then I'll tell you what I was going to tell you, and then I'll let you all get on with your evening. So bear with me for one moment. I'll just cover the camera up while I tip the camera up so I don't make you all dizzy. Here we go. Alrighty. Just adjusting. Flip, flip. Lights. There we go. Okay. So, let's just do the little photo with the card first. I'll get my little photo image ready. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. I love that. I love the colors Amber chose for this card too. So natural and beautiful. What I was going to say was, after I saw, I think it was after I saw you last, I did get some new products, some more new products as well, which I haven't shared yet. So I'll share them over the next few weeks as I create with them, and there'll be more new products coming as well as some of the other items become available. I'll pop in another order and be able to show you some more new products as well. So remember to come back each week. So I'm live on Monday afternoons at 4 o'clock, and still currently Thursday mornings at 11 a.m. I'm still deciding if I'm going to continue with the Thursdays. I'll stick with it for the moment and see how things go. But if it becomes, if I start running out of time too much, I might need to drop the Thursday. But at the moment, I'm still sticking with the Thursday as well. So I'd love to see you either of those days, which would be awesome. Now remember that during Sale-A-Bration, it is a great time to join Stampin' Up as well. If you have got a long wish list, especially if you have this catalogue, I am sure you're going to have a long wish list, and it's going to be over $169. So for just $169, you can choose $235 worth of product, either from this catalogue, the annual catalogue, from the online store, and you can join Stampin' Up and become a demonstrator. Now, when you join, don't be scared of the term demonstrator. We're all called demonstrators. That doesn't mean you need to actually demonstrate the product, okay? You don't need to do Facebook Lives like I do. You don't need to hold parties or anything like that. You can simply purchase the products for yourself and enjoy the 20% discount. Now, during Sale-A-Bration, if you join Stampin' Up during Sale-A-Bration, not only do you still get all of that, plus you get free shipping on your starter kit, but you also get to choose an additional 2 free stamp sets. So they can be any 2 stamp sets. They can be the most expensive ones in the catalogue if you want. You can choose any 2 free stamp sets to pop into your starter kit along with everything else. So that is if you join during Sale-A-Bration. So it is from the 4th of January until the 28th of February. If you'd like more information, feel free to get in contact with me, but I would love to have you join my team. So if you've got a long wish list and it's over $169 or near $169, please join because you will be saving yourself a lot of money. And there are so many benefits of being part of the Stampin' Up community as well. And we have so much fun together. We all love it. So if you would like more information about that, please let me know. As I said earlier, Julie even mentioned that we get exclusive access to demonstrator only websites where we get lots and lots of beautiful creative inspiration. We get to order product early. So as you saw, the products that I used today, I was able to purchase them in December because I'm a demonstrator. We can purchase early from new catalogs. So it's another perk, and there are so many other perks as well and exciting things being part of Stampin' Up. So let me know if you'd like more information about that, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. If you decide after joining that it's not for you, no problem. You just stop ordering as a demonstrator and you go back to being a customer. But if you join now during January, you will have January, February, March, April, May, June. You'll have until June to be able to stick around, even if you don't spend another cent after purchasing your starter kit. You'll have until June to decide, and we're going to have the release of the annual catalogue in May as well, so you'll actually get to see that and purchase from that early too if you so choose, or you can wait to see when that comes out and see if you like it and then decide if you want to stick around. Lots and lots of options, so have a think about that. As I said, get in contact with me and let me know if you would like more details. I will put my contact links in the description of this video, both here on Facebook and on YouTube. And I forgot to mention earlier at the beginning of this too, see, I'm out of practice, that thank you so much to anybody who is watching the replay on both my Facebook page and also on YouTube, my YouTube channel as well. And if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to click on the subscribe button down the bottom, down below this video. And then if you also click on the bell icon, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So, and thank you so much to everybody for your support. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Oh, Deborah says she loves the blue card. Deborah loves this one. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Deborah? So beautiful. Those dies, oh, they're just gorgeous. So pretty. Megan loves the blue card. Helen loves the blue card. Everyone loves the blue card as well. Yeah. Oh, Megan thought that die was the tops of the trees. I did at first too, Megan, but then I realized that it's actually the tops of that Grassy Grove section. Yeah. Nice male card. Yes, very true, Deborah. That would make a really nice masculine card. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. We always need masculine cards, don't we? Because they are the hardest. I find anyway, and I know a lot of you find masculine cards are always the hardest ones to make. So yeah. Oh, hey Tina Marie, no worries, that's okay. You can watch the replay, it's all there for you. This is the card we made today. It's one of Amber's beautiful cards that she designed during the break when I've been off. She's been playing with a few of my new products. So we made this one today. So feel free to go back and watch the replay of that one. And she also made this one as well using the Grassy Grove Bundle. Aren't they beautiful? So go back and watch the replay. They are gorgeous. All right. So, oh, Megan finds masculine cards are actually easier for her rather than female cards. Oh, there you go. Very interesting. Great. And there you go. Megan also said too, she's a hobby demonstrator and yeah, and she loves the discount. Yeah. It's a great reason to join. The blue one is pretty. Yes, very much your colors, Tina Marie. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So, all right. Well, I will leave it there then. Thank you all so much for being with me today. It's great to have you all back. Well, it's great to have you all back. It's great to be back with you all, I should say. So I am planning a few things coming up. So stay tuned to my business my Facebook business page and see what I've got coming up for you. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you're not yet following my Facebook business page, I'll put the link below the video. Feel free to click on the link there, go over to my business page and click on follow, and then that way you'll get notified as well when I upload anything new. So we'll have some classes coming up with brand new products and all sorts of things. Oh, the paper share. Remember my paper share that I shared with you? I will upload the information about that very soon. If you'd like to get in on that paper share and get a quarter pack of those beautiful new papers, then I'll post that information so that you can get in contact with me in regards to that and get on my paper share. All right, so I hope you all have a great week. And I have to get back into my crafting now after having my little break. So I'm excited to play with some of these new products that I haven't touched yet. So super, super exciting. I've got a nice box full of them. Oh, no worries, Megan. Okay, awesome. Megan, can you send me a private message? And in that private message, also send me your email address, and then that way I can send you the information for the paper share. That will be great. Thanks, Megan. So just click on the message button at the top of my business page when I finish this video. All right, well, I look forward to seeing some of you again on Thursday. If you're available on Thursday morning at 11, I'll be here. So feel free to come and join me then. If not, I look forward to seeing you again next Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So have a great week, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. See you then. Bye. Oh, happy crafting. I forgot to say that. Happy crafting. See, so out of practice. See ya.